My name is Paul Fogolin. I am CFO of S.p.A. and today, 26 March 2020, the Board of Directors approved the 2019 financial statements. In this presentation, we'll go through the main results and performance indicating regarding the full year 2019. Today's presentation will be focused on the fourth quarter results of 2019 that, together with the 9 months report previously disclosed, will provide a clear picture of the full year performance. Let's start with a quick flash on results in the following highlights overview. 2019 consolidated revenues are 352.2 million, down 2.1% versus 2018. The fourth quarter consolidated revenues are 89.4 million, basically flat versus the fourth quarter of 2018. Group revenues display two different trends in divisional sales. Heating is at minus 8.6%, with Q4 at minus 6.7% versus the same period of 2018. Smart gas metering is plus 23.1% versus 2018, in line with the forecasted production and deliveries. In the heating business, the American market performs well, plus 12%. 2019 EBITDA of 48.7 million at 13.8% of revenue improves by 11.2% versus 2018. Net debt at 78.4 million, which includes the accounting standard 16 effect of 5.7, is in line with the forecast we provided. Coming to the financial indicators. We have already commented revenues that at consolidated level stand at 352.2 million, down 2.1%. In the fourth quarter, revenues are 89.4 million, basically in line with previous year. On sales, we will dive into more details and breakdown views in the following slides. For a better understanding and like-for-like comparison between the two full-year results, we have to take into consideration a number of events that had material impact either on 2018 and/or on 2019. These events regard operating costs, and here we refer mainly to the one-off cost related to the 2018 listing cost, as well as other one-off severance costs that took place in 2018. The net impact of net financial charges due to the fair value accounting of equity instruments such as warrants and performance shares. And finally, the favorable tax ruling that we received in Q3 regarding the same equity instruments. We provide in the annex the details of non-recurring items and the EBITDA impact of the new accounting standard, which affects on 2019 reporting. So, with this in mind, reported EBITDA is equal to 48.7 million euro, 13.8% of revenues versus 43.8 million euro of last year, with an increase of 11.2%. The fourth quarter recorded 11.6 million euro, or 13% on revenue. Reported EBIT is 24.7 million euro, or 7% on revenues, basically in line with 2018. The quarterly EBIT is 4.4 million euro, while it was 3.4 million in 2018. Net income is equal to 19.9 million euro at 5.7% of revenues versus 6.7% of previous year. Cash flow from operations is equal to 10 million euro versus 3.2 million of last year, mainly due to lower capex. Net working capital stands at nearly 35 million euro at 9.9% of yearly revenues, while net debt at the end of period is equal to 78.4 million, including the end of period accounting effect of 5.7 million, meaning that adjusted net financial position is 72.7 million, basically in line with the end of 2018, which was 71.3. We will go into further details for all these items in the remaining part of the presentation. Let's take an overview at consolidated revenues. On the first table, we see the full year breakdown by division. Heating core business sales are 260 million euro and represent 73.8% of group sales, and they are down 8.6%, improving from the 9-month performance, which was minus 9.3%, thanks to a fourth quarter, which is slightly better, being down 6.7% versus the same period of 2018. The metering business accounted 88.6 million euro, 25.2% of total sales, with an increase of 23.1%, improving the already positive double-digit performance recorded in the first 9 months, thanks to the fourth quarter, which is up 25.7%. By geography, let us recall that the Italian market sales performance is mostly explained by the metering business, while the other areas are related to the heating division. In this table, we can note the impact of metering on Italy, with a full year increase of 7.1%, thanks to a fourth quarter which was up 10%. A better performance is recorded in Europe, which contributes 37.3% of group sales, thanks to a better fourth quarter, which was down low single digit compared to a minus double digit in the first 9 months. Also note the growth in the American market, which improves by 12% in the full year, with an almost flat fourth quarter. Asia Pacific, which is 6.8% of group revenue, is down 20.3% versus last year. We shall enter into details in the following slides. Focusing on the revenue bridge, here we provide a representation of the drivers behind the change in revenues between 2018 and 2019. Volumes and mix account for minus 5.4 million euro, with the divisional breakdown you can see in the slide. Prices are down for a net amount of minus 5.3 million euro, mostly in the metering business, which reflects the sales model of the industry based on tenders and the effect of the increase in volumes due to the Italian rollout. While Forex impact is 3.1 million euro positive, all in the heating division. We have already discussed slide number 5. Let me just draw your attention to the quarterly revenue bridge, where volume effect was 0, and the pricing effect is the main driver of performance versus the fourth quarter of 2018. Going into more detail of the heating business sales. Significant improvement of Italy in the fourth quarter compared to the 9 months, going from negative double digit to basically a flat performance. Europe was down 10.4% in Q4, improves the year-to-date difference versus last year. Turkey, which is 10% of the divisional sales, explains basically 50% of this decrease. As far as America is concerned, there is a slowdown in the fourth quarter, which was basically flat, but that was due to the mechanical controls in the fireplaces. The storage water heating business continues the growth, which was plus 9.4% in Q4 and 11.3% versus full year. As for Asia Pacific, in the fourth quarter, it was down 12.9%, mainly for the Middle East, which was down 1.3 million euro, while China is in line with Q4 of 2018. On a full year basis, the whole area was down 16.8%. But China, which is 5.8% of the divisional sales, is down 12.8%. The metering full-year sales performance is in line with our order backlog and delivery forecast. Sales are 88.6 million, with an increase of 23.1% versus the 72 million euro of last year. Residential is 94.2% of total business sales, while the commercial and industrial sales account an increase of over 100% versus last year, was 133% versus the last Q of 2018, thanks to the new platform that was released during this year. As for the order backlog, currently the level on our books for 2020 delivery is around 50 million euro, thanks to recent awards in the Italian market. Sales development in foreign markets is ongoing, and the technical activities for the UK product certification is still in process. Change in reported EBITDA is provided in the following bridge. Starting from the EBITDA reported for 2018, which was 43.8 million euro, the yearly volume and mix is negative for 5.2 million, where the positive trend of the metering business does not compensate the negative volumes of heating. The impact of prices, both on sales and purchasing, is positive for 3.2 million euro, thanks to efficiencies in the purchasing area, mainly in the metering business. While the comprehensive impact of operations is negative for 4 million euro, where the improvements in manufacturing efficiencies are offset by increase in transformation rates. While there is an increase on overhead cost in the range of 4 million euro, that include also the cost of transformational projects that the group has undertaken and the benefits of which are yet to be realized completely. Net Forex impact on EBITDA is equal to plus 0.9 million. Finally, we report the other effects, which are the non-recurring items of 2018 and the 2.2 million euro impact due to the change in accounting standards. In this slide, we have a walkthrough from reported EBITDA to net income, plus some details on some adjustments for non-recurring items. 2019 D&A is 24 million euro, with an increase of 4.1 million versus previous year, due to the accelerated CapEx plan deployed throughout 2018, plus the effect of the first-time application of the new accounting standards. This brings us to an EBIT level of 24.7 million euro, or 7% on sales, with an increase of 3.3%. Moving from EBIT to earnings before taxes. Reported net financial charges and income between 2018 and 2019 change in absolute terms by 10.5 million euro. As already mentioned, this change depends on the fair value change in the equity instruments issued by the company. These are warrants in 2019 and both warrants and performance shares in 2018. In any case, we have reported the adjusted net value of net financial charges that equal to 3.6 million in 2019 and 4.3 million in 2018, with an improvement of 15.8% versus previous years. Earnings before taxes are equal to 21.3 million euro at the end of 2019, which is 6.1% of revenues, against 8.9% of the previous year. The tax charge for 2019 is 1.4 million euro against 7.8 million of 2018. The lower taxes are due also thanks to a favorable ruling issued by the authorities during the third quarter of 2019 regarding the tax treatment of the equity instruments, the warrants and the performance shares, ruling that provides a one-off tax revenue of 3.7 million euro. So net income for 2019 is 19.9 million euro versus 24.3 of 2018. Finally, we have disclosed net income adjusted for all the non-recurring items, both operating and financial, taking into account also the tax revenue just mentioned. The adjusted net income of 2019 is 14.9 million euro, equal to 4.2% of revenues against 5.4% of 2018. Let's comment the trend in working capital. At the end of 2019, net trade working capital is equal to 35 million euro versus 29.5 of previous year, with an increase of 5.5 million due to the account receivables, which at the end of 2019 are 57 million versus 52 million. Given the slight decrease in revenues between 2019 and 2018, the weight of the net trade working capital on revenues has increased to 9.9% from 8.2% of the previous year. In this slide, we reported the cash flow details for 2019 and 2018. In 2019, cash flow from operations after CapEx was plus 10 million euro versus 3.2 million of 2018. The difference is basically due to the CapEx spending, which was 23 million euro in 2019 and was 30 million euro in 2018. After interest paid of 2.8 million and dividends of 7 million euro, the change in net financial position is basically nil, even if in these amounts the accounting standard effect of 7.1 is included, as you can see in the slide. Coming to the final remarks, this year our final comments regard the sanitary emergency currently in place. S.p.A has deployed a cross-functional task force to manage the sanitary emergency that is taking place. Smart working and flexibility initiatives have been undertaken. Up to March 22, business continuity has been guaranteed, although not at optimal efficiency level. Focus has been on global supply chain and customers. Some delays in supplies and intergroup logistics on certain components has occurred. With a governmental decree issued and effective from March 23, S.p.A has deployed in all its Italian manufacturing plants the lockdown required by the authorities. The current macro scenario will impact on future performance. In this situation, mitigation of the risk impact will be deployed through the priority selection and timing of future non-core initiatives. Thank you for your attention. This presentation and our press release is available on our website. Our next appointment is for our first quarter results presentation in May. In the meantime, take care and be safe.